Like, that's a feature, dude. That's a feature.
That's
Yeah, you didn't want it to do that?
Yeah, that's a shortcut. That's an industry standard, dude.
Yeah. So literally, so usually what I do is on the start screen where it plays the audio track for the starting 10 minutes, and then I just mute you guys and myself so we could like talk or whatever, and it doesn't stream it. I literally just
for legal purposes.
Yeah, for legal purposes. I switch over to the player screen or wherever we're going and just unmute the 2 tracks, and then all the audio went away and it reset them to nothing.
Likely story.
What a pain in the dick. All right.
We made it.
Now, are we good?
We're here. All right. I wasted the first hour and a half of our tech trying to figure out how to make a wall on a goddamn map work right.
Well, it's okay. It gave Chris time to fight with her family. So
Fair. Fair.
And we will see if that wall even fucking matters.
It's not going to work.
I hope to God either A, it doesn't work, or B, you guys don't even fucking go there. I pray there's a huge left fucking turn and we don't even make it there.
Skipping with Gaelen Drench in a field, come on.
And then I totally forgot to even hit start streaming, so I'm just sitting here with the timer going, and I'm just like, I'm sitting here eating a quesadilla like, something doesn't look right.
We're doing good.
Oh boy. What a fucking Monday.
So how's your Monday, chat? Yeah.
All right. We're not going to give too much of a recap because we're going to do it in game because Chris didn't catch the last half, which is even better.
Someone fell asleep twice.
Yeah.
Proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
I'm a tired girl.
Dude, she falls asleep like an old man on a recliner all the time. Like her glasses slide to like the bridge of her nose. Her mouth is hung open.
One hand in the pants, the other in the armpit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I woke myself up last night. I came down here to like prep, so I had my arm up on the table, and I'm just sitting my other hand on the keyboard, and I woke up because I slowly nodded off and hit myself on the microphone. I was like, boom. And woke myself up. I'm like, oh yeah, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough.
I didn't get shit done.
But
here we are. So we're not going to recap much. We do know that. Yeah. So what'll end up happening is maybe we'll recap at the end. So if a lot of the stuff that did happen doesn't come out in game because some of it might be withheld, then we'll just recap it at the end. So you're kind of up to speed. So you don't have to watch the whole fucking thing.
We left off in the orphanage.
Orphanage, yep.
What did you say, Chris?
Thing.
You said something.
Don't worry about it.
All right. So stop eating. Take a little swig. Left off in the orphanage.
We were
I think Yezin and Nimbletooth just got back with food.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, yeah. So you guys went over to you guys went over to What Ails You, sabotage Teddy's shot with Craghorn because you went there and just told him like, yeah, this guy's talking shit about you and doesn't like you.
That's right.
He was heartbroken, likes you guys now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so who has Lyra's gem? Was it Teddy? Yeah, it was
He
Teddy,
is
that's
in
right.
a certain dream can.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Unfortunate. Oh, yeah.
So
Nimbletooth tried. He tried.
he did.
Tried to-
It was a valiant effort.
I mean,
Thanks.
I could have tried to steal you back, but the opportunity never presented itself.
Yet. So we just came to something very monumental just happened. Teddy went downstairs to get ice for an experiment that Snick was trying. Snick did something. There was a massive release of divine and arcane magic kind of twinned together and entwined that everybody could feel like palpably. It didn't move anything, but you could feel the aura of it pass over you. And Teddy came back to the room to find a smashed core of what Snick had in her chest that pretty much kept her running like a clockwork, essentially pacemaker. So her pacemaker was on the floor, smashed. I think that's pretty much right where we left off, right? Right as you just like, what happened? There were some rolls that were had, and Snick had said the experiment failed.
Yep. Teddy was a bit suspicious, but
Yeah.
Snick presented enough evidence to satiate him
Yeah.
by the skin of her fucking teeth.
It
I
was
at those rolls right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's what those were.
15 and 16, yep.
Yeah.
So Lyra, in your semi-conscious state in this gem, you're kind of floating along, having your dreams and visions, and it's pretty peaceful. You feel this tangible pulse of divine and arcane magic pass through into your little sleeping state, to the point where it not only wakes you up, but it essentially invigorates you. So in that, there must be something about the gem that focused that energy, so you can feel yourself being ripped out, not painfully or dangerously, but you could be physically pulled back out from the gem, and you apparate back into yourself. And for the short time you've been in there, you get the benefit of a long rest, and you could tell it's just from that pulse of energy that kind of healed you over.
All of a
Gave
sudden
you
you
that.
hear rattling from Teddy's pocket. You hear a gem bouncing around and Ken, oh, I think she's coming. He opens the can, throws it on the floor.
You fucking roll her like craps.
Yeah.
Like Yahtzee.
Yeah.
I imagine Lyra just like the gem just pops and she's like doing like a full tumble.
Yeah, you could totally do the superhero pose when you roll out of it if you want to catch yourself up. But yeah, so you're back and you feel really invigorated. So if you want to, you can go into Foundry and give yourself the benefit of a long rest.
And when these happen, it's the gem goes right back to it where it normally resides on a person, right? So
Yeah, exactly. It kind of like the gem is, so like when you see the gem tumbling out of the can, as it's tumbling, her body apparates and it's tumbling in the spot that it would be on her body. So in this case, her forehead. So you see it rolling, and then as she comes to full translucency, it's in the spot.
Next time I'm going to time it and throw it at a wall.
throw it out the window.
Pick off the wall.
Oh, welcome back.
That was cool, but we didn't get you any food. We didn't know you'd be back.
Okay, I actually feel really good right now.
What?
I could share some of mine, I suppose.
Why does it smell weird in here? What
You
happened?
look better than the rest of it.
Yes.
Nick, what happened to you?
What? Nothing.
Nothing, Snick?
Well, the experiment failed. That didn't happen to me, other than hurting my pride. But
And the violent explosion?
oh,
There was
yeah,
a
that
violent explosion and I missed it?
happened. Yeah.
Damn. Hope
There was a wave of energy. It gives me chills.
What?
Oh, so you weren't witness to it then?
No, I was getting ice from the icebox and the door was locked.
He was micromanaging. I had to lock him out.
Can I insight?
Totally understandable.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, and the moment you left my supervision, there was an explosion, Snick.
Because the ice wasn't here in time. I can't access my stuff on Foundry.
Oh, maybe games paused. Hold on.
That's what you get for
Oh, yeah.
meddling
Yeah,
with,
Try that.
with the arcade.
Yeah, I can't open my character.
It's paused now.
Let's pause.
It's paused now. Let me do a reset. F5. Everybody just do F5 real quick. That'll reset the client.
Oh,
Where are we, by the way?
We're in
It's Snick's room.
Snick's
Okay.
room, yeah.
Okay.
You know what? We'll switch over to. Can you access it yet or no?
It's not loading.
It says I'm going into the game.
There you go.
Same too.
Hey,
Connect.
Mara, there you go. There you guys are going in now.
Yeah, we're all loading at the same time. It's gonna take a
Yeah,
sec.
it's taking a little slow.
Ooh-wee.
What's that, Hyacinth?
All right. Are you guys in now?
Yeah. Oh, not yet. Still waiting for it to load up.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
taking
Yeah,
so
same.
We're actually in Lyra's room. We were reading your diary.
Fair.
Oh.
All right. I'll roll for you guys. Who wants to roll what?
I want to roll a insight.
Like,
Oh, I'm not good at that, am I?
And I'm
Uh-oh.
doing deception.
And Snick is doing deception. All right, so so Yezin rolls a 10 for insight, and Snick rolls an 18 for deception.
Yeah, you're right. Everything's hunky dory in here.
But yeah, so Lyra, you smell like this strange smell of like ozone, like the familiar smell of something very potent magic was just released in this area.
Lyra kind of looks around and you just see her kind of like squinting, almost as if she's trying to know what happened, but she can't figure it out.
You can actually roll either a religion or arcana if you want to kind of have an idea. Oh god, the fucking stream's buffering.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, I know exactly what happened. I actually saw it all happen. I saw it before it happened.
Oh
in the
wow.
gym. I knew exactly what you were gonna do. That's why I went into the gym.
Oh wow,
pretty crime.
nat 20 for arcana check.
Hello, I'm back, guys.
Oh fuck. All right, so with that, you know without a doubt something with your experience, what's been going on with touching the divine and that level of power of magic, you know the same thing happened. But the strange thing with the nat 20 also is that it seems to be the exact flavor and the same corridor and same destination of that magic. So it's essentially, you recognize it as pretty much like she spoke to or interacted with the same thing that you do. It's so with your knowledge of arcana, each person that casts magic, they have like almost a signature, a latent signature on their specific magic. So think of it as like when you cast magic, two people might cast the same spell, but one person leaves a different scent than the others, almost like their own personal signature. The specific signature that you're picking up on is that moon sister that you speak to.
You're gonna have to kill every one of these guys, huh? If he wants to be a hero.
Everybody's making deals with the Queen of Boners or whatever.
I got next. Okay.
She won't give too much away, but she'll what happened in here? She'll look at Snick like she knows.
With a mother's eye. Yeah.
All the fur, because Snick, for some reason, no one has noticed it, like, shirt isn't on, actually, like, her undershirt's not on. And all the fur is, like, you said white tips? Like,
Yeah,
in this
there's-
region?
Exactly. Yeah. So like almost looks like localized in this area where her clockwork internals were. It's localized to there, and you could see it like going out as like a I don't want to say a blast, but like a localized from there going outwards. There's a lot of white fringing and tips.
Snick's joining a boy band.
Lyra will go up to Snick and kind of just like feel like the tips of her fur and be like, "They're the tips of her fur."
Yeah.
I just like the way that. She just nod. This is familiar.
No, it's just we tried to build a ghost machine because I had
A ghost machine?
A ghost engine.
I told her not to.
What is a ghost engine?
It traps souls
The prison for torturing souls. She wanted to make one.
to trap Gaelen Drench, and because my parents tried using one, but they used it on a big scale, so I tried to make a tiny one, and it just didn't work. So
Oh yeah, you were in your gym when we figured out that bomb they used to try to kill Gaelen Drench was actually a giant ghost engine. And there may or may not be another soul, spirit, and or demon possessing Gaelen Drench, causing him to do what he's doing.
We're uncertain if the brass drake are glitches or not.
The brass drake or the ruby serpent?
Ruby Certain.
Well, the brass drake are the ones who made the bomb with the soul in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but how? Wait, but they're all dead.
we don't know.
No one said they were good at it.
Oh, we think he's possessed?
The possibility.
Oh, it's a possibility. We're not 100%
Yes.
certain.
Teddy, can you perform
about anything.
exorcisms?
Really?
I could try.
He's not possessed. He's just an asshole.
Well, it's one of the theories. When you had your episode, we'll call it.
I just needed a break.
Well, yes, but the rest of us also had. We were included this time. We were a part of your vision. And we saw the Catman. Like the Batman. The Catman.
The cat man.
We saw him reading a book on an archdevil named Morgudal. Led to more confusion than solution, but why we believe him to may possibly be possessed.
Look, there's one way we're going to find out, and one way only. We're going to kick down Gaelen Drench's door and ask him very rudely.
With our fists.
Yes.
Yeah, but where?
Well, he runs the private security firm in the War District.
Yeah, we're going there first.
And we're assuming he's gonna be there?
You might be.
He runs it.
You don't think that he's got eyes on us? And he already knows that we're coming for him?
Maybe he wants us to come for him.
But he coming for us.
Oh, that's.
I mean, he has sent some people out to try to take
Surely
us out.
they would just have a trap ready for us.
Oh.
Lyra's still kind of like investigating Snick's fur.
But if Gaelen Drench thinks he's smart because he goes around saying he owns the War District, but it's a blatant lie.
Yes, he says he owns the bank as well, but that
So
was a mistruth that you said.
He's dumber than he believes. He thinks he's smart. We know he's not. So he's going to be figuring that he's going to trap us by having us walk into the trap. So he would know that we could not walk into the trap. But so walking straight into the trap is the only option we have.
I mean,
He won't see it coming.
and we have an amazing gift for him. She's pointing to the head in the basket.
Yes.
He might be wanting that back.
You were
Well,
there for that.
I mean, that was really just intimidation for everybody, not
Yes.
just him in particular, but
Yeah. Even if it's just his lieutenants or mooks at the security company, we're still taking a chip out of his company.
Mhm.
Just forgot about that.
Yes, well, it was. Yes, we shouldn't. Lyra, I want to get you fired up again.
damn it.
Lyra, with your nat 22, as you've been inspecting Snake, you know whatever she was trying to do worked.
And at the mention of the head, Nimbletooth is like, "Oh yeah, that's right." And he opens up the little barrel. What was it, like a little cask that we took?
Yeah,
that we put
small
in.
little thing. Yeah.
He opens it up. He's not like grossed out by, the fact that it's just severed head. And he kind of like rolls it out, and he just seems like he's inspecting the head. He's looking for something. He's looking for the crystal to see if perchance the crystal of this person is still on there.
You know what? Let's see. We'll let fate decide. See if anybody in the if anybody in the chat wants to roll exclamation D20. Let's see what the hell happens. Which I think is like Cap'n Smart. Svarta Maya. See what we got.
Anybody? Let's see.
There we go. Svarta Maya rolls a 14. Yeah, you see a shattered gem in what would be like an earring location. It's like it's not shattered, it's cracked and kind of dulled out.
He digs it out. He pulls out his blade and he digs it out and he pockets that crystal.
For sure.
He's gonna
Super
like
easy.
hold it up to the light, just kind of like checking it out. just to
Now,
see.
Snick, quick question. You put a bomb in this head?
I mean, yeah, I can probably put one in its mouth.
It's large head.
I mean,
Yeah.
like up into like the brain space, so that they can't see it when we give it back to them.
Oh, I think I have a saw in here. I'm just gonna start rummaging. Just random bone saw.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second before you do that. Hold on. And he rolls it. He rolls the head, and he places it face down, and he kind of cradles it with his thighs, and he takes his blade and he just kind of like starts working at like, he starts taking the scalp, but like he's kind of like working underneath between the skull and the hair, so he's like kind of creating a pocket.
Yeah.
And he could pull the the scalp, from this point back forward this way.
Love Chris's face.
And then he looks to
Lyra's
say,
face.
like, all right, well, here you go. This way we can hide it.
Okay.
You don't want to cut through the hair. They'll be able to see it.
Fair. Granted, I did carve into the front of his face also, so.
Well, that was a battle wound, though. That's to be expected.
Yeah, I'll just take the bone saw, start sawing through the skull, and just pull the brain out.
Oh yeah, that shouldn't go to waste.
I was gonna say, do you want this nimble tooth?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Lyra is still like picking at her fur, and she's like backing up, like, what? Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this
with being-
is this offending you?
And Lyra's literally just like circling you, like
Like a
looking at your
shark?
fur. Yeah, like a shark. And she's like, what does this have to do with Kalira?
Who?
Who?
Oh,
What?
She shakes. Never mind.
Your
And
moon
she-
goddess?
And she just kind of ignores. She's just still walking around, and she goes, "This didn't work."
No, it didn't.
There was a violent eruption.
Kind of just staring at Lyra, just like.
And she just kind of like real quietly gets like into Snick's ear. She goes, "Are you lying?"
I'll tell you later.
Are you guys trying to be quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah, I was gonna say, can I
that's
roll
gonna
a
be rough.
perception?
Yeah. Everybody.
She leaned down to my ear, so I was just like, while she was down there, I was also whispering in her
Yeah.
ear.
So you guys
I
can
like-
roll.
I feel
And
like
she's
even
Lyra's
if
just
me,
gonna like shake up her hands and be like, "Gross." Just with the brain thing, the scalping thing happening.
If you guys
Jesus
want to
Christ,
roll
never mind.
counter deception checks, well, I guess just Snick, or actually, Lyra, are you trying to be heard or not?
No, she would have walked around and said, so everybody could hear. She would say, "What does this have to do with Kalira?" And then when she asked, this didn't work, she said no or whatever, and then she would have like leaned in and been like, almost in an intimidation way, saying like, "Are you lying?"
Do you want to intimidate her?
Maybe a little bit.
Roll an intimidation check, and then Snick roll a deception. What
But I mean,
counters?
She didn't try to hide it, so
Yeah, I wasn't technically
Yeah.
lying.
Oh well,
Lyra
how
thought she was being intimidating, but she was also. But then Snick was just kind of like, "Yeah,
Yeah, Snick didn't answer. Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Yeah,
she
so if
was
you-
like,
Yes.
okay."
So instead of deception, just to try and not be heard, if you want to do, just sell it to me how you want, whether it's going to be like a performance to whisper or, let's see, let me pull up and see what we could do. Yeah, maybe a stealth. If you want to roll stealth to just kind of hide your
Yikes.
your
I would
voice,
say
you know.
stealth, because quiet as a mouse.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope you're rolling now one.
Yeah,
So I
right?
don't think Lyra's very stealthy, but I'll give it a go.
Quiet as a lich.
Quiet as a lich.
You jinxed me!
Good. I want to hear what's going on.
Good job, Yasmin.
Let's see.
Mike
and-
Bronson.
Right, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And are you trying to intimidate her, or no?
Sure it did.
I mean, when I leaned in, it was obvious that I wanted to know the answer. Kind of like I wasn't trying to like scare it out of her, but I was
Okay,
just letting her
fair.
know that I know.
Yeah, roll for guilt.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a guilt roll, if anything.
for sure. I feel like by you doing that caused Nick to stumble up a little bit. So you guys did hear Snick say, "I'll tell you later."
I knew it. What have you done, Snick?
What is with all the secrets from everybody?
What?
What?
Well, there's no secret.
Everyone's trying to fucking hide something.
Yes.
All trying to work together.
Yeah.
What have you
Nibleton's
done?
just like, yeah, Ed?
Well, I mean, there's no secret. Kalira's dead. She's always been dead.
What?
So some
Have
sort of
you
weird
done?
explosion happens. Your look changes a bit. Lyra's all on edge, staring at your fur, and now so was this a failure? Did this work? What was it? Was it not a ghost engine that you made?
I tried to make a ghost engine.
So,
There's
can you
parts.
try again? I mean, this is something that we do need. I mean, it has to succeed. Otherwise, what are we going to Gaelen Drench's stronghold with?
Weapons? Straight murder? We'll deal with
Uh,
it later? If he can be resurrected?
Can Teddy check out the pile on the floor? Because he has the book with the primer for creating a ghost engine, and he was there when she was putting it all together.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I did make it look different, though.
You did.
Well, I just got to move you guys around a
Give it
little
Lyra.
bit
I want a
because
Gatorade.
I fucked it.
Oh, you fucked it up our stream.
Yeah, I just want to. I forgot
My
that
immersion.
I forgot that I changed the layout.
Lord.
Granada.
Let me get everybody just where they gotta go real quick.
Lyra is also becoming seer of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, blowing up my spot.
She's just
I can't.
she's
roll
gonna start
for
going up to
shit
everybody and she's gonna
nowadays.
go, "You're lying."
I cannot imagine what my roles would be if we didn't have better roles activated. I'd be nat ones all the time.
The whole time.
We have better roles activated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That wasn't real.
It doesn't help the rolls. It just makes them look nicer.
Yeah. It's a
It's a-
visual thing.
Aesthetic.
All right, so sorry about that. I got everything squared away. Now I changed the layout so that way people can see the rolls now from the foundry, so we don't have
Okay.
to call
I
them
like
out.
Mhm.
but I forgot to change you guys. So here we are. So sorry about that. What are you guys trying to do?
Teddy was looking through the broken bits on the ground to see if that's the ghost engine and what happened to it.
Yeah, so the thing that's on the ground is more of like an automaton type technology where it's like a lot of clockwork and a lot of gears and whirling. It's magical, but it's not a ghost engine or...
This is not what we were just putting together.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, would you like to tell me what this is down here?
The remnants of a failed experiment?
Yes,
Oh,
certainly is not a ghost engine.
I think the ghost engine might have evaporated. I think that was just random parts that I had on my desk.
what?
He just looks to Lyra.
With all the new information, you can roll another insight check if you want against a deception now that the ball's been rolling.
Yes, please.
God damn it. God damn it.
Mike Bronson, everybody's coming up short. Everybody's coming up short.
All right. It's a perception again?
Yep.
Insight.
Insight.
Oh, insight.
Yeah.
You're in. Damn it. Yeah.
3.
Right up now.
And then Lyra, if you
All
want
of
to.
our brains just like fucking blue screens.
Well,
Crash.
Nimbletoot's got that delicious head in his hands. Like he can't focus. He can't focus on anything right now.
Do you want to do an insight, Lyra, or are you satisfied with your answer?
With Snick's answer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I know.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, it just... Yeah, I mean, maybe it's some weird fey magic that outside of your realm, but she's... At least she seems to think that what she's saying is true.
No matter. It's over. No more ghost engine talk.
Ghost engine.
So, am I making a head bomb?
Yeah. I mean, might as well, if we're going to deliver the head, they're not going to suspect anything other than it being a
Severed head, yes.
severed head of one of their, hopefully one of their better fighters.
Oh.
They'll get intimidated because we killed one of the better fighters. I mean, what are they going to do? They would probably just throw it away or bury it.
What are your intentions with this bomb?
Well, I say we deliver it,
Yes.
knock on the door, they'll bring it in. It's inside the cask. They'll bring it inside because it's hidden. And then, now, can you set the bomb off? Like with a timer? Or, like, how long do we have before the bomb goes off?
So there's a couple ways we can go about this. We can do the timer method. We can do a trip method where when they open the box and pull it out, there's a plate on the bottom. So when they pull it out, that'll pull a string and boom. Or we can just hit it with fire.
Well, we want them to see the head, and we want them to see who it belonged to. So
And-
maybe a timer,
Okay.
This is what, okay, so they see it, they pick it up, they explode.
right? And then we go in, and at least hopefully a certain amount of them have been taken care of, and then we go in and look for Gaelen Drench.
Ah, as an infiltration method, I see. Well,
Yeah, it's a distraction.
yes. Well, it will also alert the local authorities, so it would draw those around.
Well, are they the authorities? Well, they're kind of just a security group, right?
Yes.
So they
They're
would
the security group that a bunch of them, well, a bunch of the guards,
are a part
do-
of, right?
like, weekend work for.
Yes.
Yeah, just
In-
extra work.
Down the road from Guard Bar, where they would quickly respond to their fellow guards being blown up, and we would be under siege by the entire war quarter.
I mean, that could be a possibility.
Yes.
Or they would just assume they'll have it under control themselves.
Mm.
Yes, I don't know how these guards
Well,
operate here.
Well, we
I
can
mean-
wait. We could wait. See what happens. Give it a few minutes. If nobody shows up, cavalry-wise, then we go in.
Yes, I'm sure the Mr. Drench would come inspect this spectacle himself.
I guess that's the point of the bomb. Yeah, you put it in a box, you knock on the door, all sneaky-like, and run away, let them take it inside, let it explode, then see who shows up and whether it's worth it for us to go in or not.
Yes. Perhaps the Drench himself will show.
Maybe.
We could just be off on the side being nonchalant.
Okay.
I like it.
So the Trojan head it is.
All right, so I'm gonna take the head to my work desk, and then I'm just gonna start. There's some gunpowder, about 50 ball bearings, some more gunpowder. I'm gonna quill up some fuse, and then wrap it around a clock system, essentially, that I can just like twist, and then a pin attached to the inside where the mechanism where it turns, so that when we pull the pin, the clock will actually start counting down.
The clock will start, yeah.
Yes. Theo's over your shoulder the whole time you're doing it. He's not bothering you, but he's... Yes.
It is. It's fascinating.
Quite clever.
Then I'm gonna pull, like, the pin will be coming out of like the eye, so that once we pull the skin back, we can just pull it out of the eye. And then I'm gonna
like
take
a weird lobotomy.
kind of. Oh, it's about to get a little weirder though. She pulls out another ball bearing and kind of just like holds it, and it starts to glow, and then she pops it into his iris.
Oh,
And
What is that?
it glows out the phrase, the nearer I approach to your habitation, the more deeply did I feel the spirit of revenge enkindled in my heart. It's just reflecting in front of him.
That's pretty fucking creepy. I like it.
wait. So it's gonna display that message?
Yep, this will stay here until I infuse something else.
Oh, that is devious and wonderful.
Yeah, Theo takes a step back, a little unsure of you now. Oh, I see.
This rat's been planning this shit for ages.
With that said, too, Lyra, you feel it's not like a 5-foot aura, but like as you were pining over her fur, you feel a very. As soon as you get within like fingers touch, it's otherworldly cold. Her body.
Nick's body?
Yeah, it doesn't. And so then once you go and actually touch the fur in her skin, she seems normal temperature, but like it's almost like there's a shell of this. You have to like get your hand through of this really bizarre cold.
Can I check that? Can I?
Sure.
We want Arcana.
Yeah, you could do
Magic,
Arcana or
magic.
Religion.
Maybe do Religion, because I'm trying to figure out what this has to do with Kalira. Essentially, that's my religion.
Eight.
No clue. No clue.
No, yeah, the weirdness of it all, and the fact that she's just putting a bomb in a dead Goliath head right now.
Yeah,
is,
I'm not getting close enough to actually check.
Exactly. Yeah, you're a little thrown off.
You're cold.
Yeah, it happens from time to time.
So I noticed.
You just get cold.
No, I noticed that too, ever since the incident. Are you sure you're alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Seriously, guys, I'm okay.
Would you tell us if you weren't?
Yeah, I would tell you if I was not okay.
It's like that.
Fair. Fair. And you can, Snick, you can roll blindly, whether it's deception or persuasion for what you're trying to do, because you don't have to tell them if it's a lie or the truth.
I mean,
Or you could roll it flat out there. It's totally up to you.
I guess persuasion, because I'm not lying. I would tell them if something was wrong.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, you could see through, and she seems to be at least genuine with herself, that she feels like if there was something wrong, you guys would know.
Physically.
I didn't say anything about mentally.
Yeah. There's a lot of open end on there, but
Yeah. Spiritually, yeah.
Well, it's not normal to be that cold, so if you're starting to not feel well, let me know.
Can do, and sorry for the grossness that is head bomb.
Yeah.
You can ride on Zveek like a heat rock.
It's very warm.
yeah.
I think I'm okay. It's just been a very long, mentally taxing day.
Yeah, and you're mostly metal anyway. Or you got some metal parts, so you don't give off as much heat as you normally would.
I could warm you up.
Whoa!
All right, I think we're gonna.
So,
I think the rest of us are sleeping on the couches downstairs tonight.
I think I've actually prepared heat metal tonight.
Just burn her alive.
If that's what the kids are calling it these days, you ain't gotta tell us.
Yeah, we'll have to fade to black on the Twitch channel, but we'll take this over to our OnlyFans account.
Like you come over here, cast heat wood. Hey, ooh,
Flesh the stone, know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying?
Rock fucking hard.
Start casting your lodge.
Lodge me.
I love heat metal. I always want to know what the enemies are wearing, because that just will
Yeah, for
heat
sure.
that armor right up.
we
Those are my
literally-
favorite questions. What are they wearing? And
Okay, so
how many
real
gallons
quick,
of water would
now-
you say that is?
Now that we know that, we can get just a bunch of like metal wire nets, throw them over people, and heat them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That is
Full plate takes what, 5 minutes to get out of? So
something like that, yeah.
yeah.
Dog. Good night, Maya.
Good night, Svarta
Maya.
Maya. Yeah, so it's the end of the night, I believe, right? Because you guys were doing that right before bed. You guys wanted something to eat. Everybody was a little hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you got a cask too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty full, so I'm content.
That's what I could eat. And then perhaps we should go. Where did Yesen put all the food? He just set it on the table?
Yeah,
I think like Zveek is just like still holding it.
Okay, so he's just
the entire time.
inanimate with a bag.
Nibbling the entire time.
Yeah, Teddy will get his and have a seat on Snick's bed and just have some turnip stew.
Yeah, tastes just as good as last time, if not a little bit better.
Nice.
And they're eating. Oh, Teddy, also, I don't know what you did to upset the waiter at What Ails You, but he seems to have a problem with you.
Perhaps he's confused. I mean, we were, I would say,
I don't
friends.
know. He specifically said man with the big hat.
This is true. And, so how does that stew taste?
Good.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you.
Yes, it's good for me. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I'm sure it wasn't tainted at all when it was doled out for you specifically.
What? What?
Okay, well, good night, everybody.
No, nothing. I don't know why you're looking at us.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'll go back to his turn.
The spit tastes great. Yes,
Best meal
Evan,
in the house.
if you guys don't have anything else you want to do tonight and you want to get some sleep, does anybody else have anything they want to do?
I have something I want to do before, well, once everyone's asleep.
Fair.
Same.
Yezin is very suspicious of everyone, so he's probably going to try to fake being asleep.
Yeah. If you want to do a performance check.
This is not going to be good. Oh my god, come on.
I mean, with the -1 of 14, not too bad. Anybody who is trying to do something sneakily, you could either do a perception to see if he's awake or a stealth to beat his performance.
Well, Teddy would have to get some information before he snuck away.
Yeah.
Is there a potter's wheel nearby?
I mean, in the arts and crafts room, there's like a little kid-sized one.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Teddy just fucking walks out the door.
Third door on the right.
You see like a thumbs up out the door as he closes it.
A thumbs up mage hand. Yeah, there's
What a
there's
weird fucking fella.
Potter's wheel in there.
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah, Nimbletooth doesn't realize whether, Yezin is actually asleep or not. He just rolls underneath Snick's bed and just, curls up in his usual spot.
Yeah, you're so full and happy from the
Oh, yeah, he's like really satiated. He's just like, if he could sleep, he would, but he just kind of drifts off. And he just dreams he's just swimming again, but he's swimming really slowly. He's like everybody's kind of outpacing himself, and he just seems like a fat little tadpole just swimming along. he doesn't know why.
Is there any sights, sounds, or smells in that dream?
No, just the sensation of like he's not keeping up.
Fair. Lyra, are you going to sleep? I mean, you just got a pretty good one, but I mean, you could sleep again.
There I'll just kind of like hang out and read and maybe just doze.
Your glasses go to the end of your nose.
Yeah, you just see Lyra. They're like,
she just got a full night's rest magically, but she just like. Yeah, you slowly. Do you have any different dreams than normal?
Lyra might just dream a little bit about just like maybe not too many visuals, but just like hearing like Kalira, ghost machine. She hasn't really heard of a ghost machine, so I think she would fall asleep kind of thinking about that.
Yeah, you know what we'll do too? With your dream, as you're dreaming, you could roll maybe a perception check just while you're dreaming, while we move on. And if depends what it comes to, we'll come back. 14. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, we'll revisit that in a second.
Okay.
Yezin, you're pretending. Snick, are you waiting for Teddy to return, or are you gonna do whatever you're gonna do in his absence?
I'm gonna do like if he's not back in like 15 minutes, I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do.
Cool. So we'll go see Teddy. What are you doing?
Teddy's gonna go to third room on the right. Was it right? He's gonna see that child's pottery wheel. Is there anyone in the room?
No, it's just like it's late. All the kids are asleep, and this is where all the toys are.
Okay.
So
Nice. Teddy's going to quietly close the door. There's a latch. He's gonna latch. He'll close the windows, and he'll like look under toys, like to make sure there aren't any kids in there. Just
roll
like
a perception check.
A haphazard investigation of the perception. Ooh.
Oh, 20.
20. Yeah, you see a little dude under a pile of stuffed animals asleep.
Teddy's gonna take his dagger, put it under his nose to see if he can see the
breath.
Yeah, but then Teddy sneezes,
Oh no!
Oh, so sorry. No, don't. You fell. You fell. You fell.
Tell mom you fell. You see the breath. He's just kind of sleeping away.
That's fine. He's fine. It's a little kid.
Yeah, like 8-ish.
Yes. Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, they don't have people. They don't matter. He'll close the windows, and he's going to slowly and softly get the pottery wheel going.
Yep.
And he's going to ritual cast comprehend languages while he's down there.
And how was that? 10 minutes?
10 minutes to cast as a ritual, yeah. And the spell lasts for an hour. So he'll be like drawing with chalk around it as part of the ritual. Just strange, not runes, just letters in different languages, but almost amalgamed into runes, you know?
Yeah.
And then he will take his codex out, his instructions, put them on the pottery wheel, and rest his hand on the spinning book and try to decipher text.
Yeah, run it.
Librum of the Confluence. He's going to try to get any information or is the ley lines in this world, more details, who sent him, what deities may or may not have been involved, etc., etc.
For yourself, so like essentially what allowed this to happen and who's behind it?
Yeah, and just trying to see if I could put puzzle pieces together. You know, like, oh, the veil is thinned for me to get here.
Fuck yeah.
Has it thinned for other worlds and demons, maybe the 9 hells?
Well, I'll give you that just from your knowledge of, before you even have to roll anything, your knowledge of who you are and what you do, you know that it's a planar wide thinning.
Okay.
So you're just confident. It's almost like the gate is open and the people that know the password to the gate can kind of step back and forth.
Chevrons. Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, if there's other things that you want to roll for specifically for the world, you totally can.
Nothing specific. He's just gonna browse through it because this is the works of several members of his order.
For sure.
That he was just gonna go through, and when he's finished, he will close his book, look at that chubby little kid sleeping in a pile of stuffed animals, make sure he hasn't moved, and then sneak his way back out.
You know what we'll do
gone.
too? Just roll me a flat intelligence check while you're doing your ritual. Maybe a 2-parter if we get. Okay, so that's the first part. Now followed up with a Arcana check. Yo.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Nat 20s across
Y'all
the
are
board.
just dragging my rolls down with all these.
For sure, mine too.
Dude. Yeah, but thank you guys. Like, we needed you guys to sap from.
We need to anchor.
Yeah.
Yes, in the ultimate heal.
Yeah. So
I'll remember that when I'm trying to save your ass at some point. Like, unfortunately, I rolled a 1.
Yeah. Grab Teddy's hand before he goes off the cliff.
Take my strong hand. Oops.
It was a corpse hand.
So with the intelligence check, that's essentially you remembering and storing where in this book to look while the ritual's going off and kind of putting pieces together. So with your Theurgist specialties in arcane and divine and where they cross over, and just you essentially what you're pretty much doing is like trying to have this weird meditative state where you're kind of just in the zone and you're just kind of letting the information that you've seen in your life start to, reach out to each other, and then you put them together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the intelligence check passed where you got to that state, and then the Arcana is going to be more of the information that you could find. With the nature of how this world works and how it's driven by emotion and your need to know and your need to essentially hack and piece things together, you could start to feel some things too. Like, I don't want to say a backlash because it's not a backlash. It's more of like you're seeing the ley lines kind of just floating in front of you and you just kind of drift into it. And you feel that more specifically Morgudal as well had a hand in you being here.
Okay. So yeah, Teddy just stops the wheel. Oh
Yep.
shit. He slams the tome closed, puts it in his bag.
The wheel wills. The wheel
God
weaves
damn
as
it.
the wheel wills.
God damn it.
Shit, getting Robert Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah, so you could feel it. You tapped into that ley line where the arcane and the divine kind of meet, and you could essentially feel the pull, and it attached it to that same feeling when you saw the tome in the vision, and when Yezin said the name, it was all that same hunch, that same feeling. So you could very confidently make those two assumptions.
Okay. Yes. Teddy gulps. Sorry, Mike. Mike gulps.
Mike.
Is that his new name now? Mike Gulps?
Yeah, just Mike. Oh, by the way, can you change Foundry? It's fucking Mike, human wizard. When you get time. Yeah, and then he's gonna
Confuse anyone who tries to
know.
watch this stream.
It's
No,
fine.
it's the same.
It's
Mike.
fine.
Yeah, he's just gonna make his way back to Snick's room. Just kind of like a muttering to himself. Just he's still in the zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, takes a little bit to get out of that.
He's kind of in a mad mage space right now, and he just comes in muttering.
Yeah, so
Sits down
Yezin,
quietly in the corner.
Yezin, you hear that walk through, and Snick, I assume you're still in the room kind of doing your own thing. You see and hear the mad mage that is Mike the mad mage. Sit down.
Can I understand anything he's saying, or is he just muttering?
It's like Owl City lyrics. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's in English,
10,000 fireflies. What
but
the
like,
fuck is he
yeah,
talking
but
about?
none of it makes sense. None of it makes
Fucking
any sense.
Fallout Boy.
Like, you understand the words, but like, they just don't go together.
Yikes.
Can I make an intelligence check to try to piece what he's saying together?
Do it.
Please.
Fucking do it.
I just want you to know, if you fail, you're taking psychic damage.
Yezin lives in
Actually,
constant psychic damage.
If you succeed, you're taking psychic damage.
His brain has
Or
been
so.
overtaxed all fucking day.
It's saber half. That's
Man, come on. Jesus. Nothing. Got nothing. Nothing's
so
going on.
It's a lot of magical bullshit. Like, you could almost get there, but it's a lot of just big brain magic stuff. Mike being Mike.
What's a calculus?
I'm just gonna like come over with a blanket and like tuck Mike in.
He's just sitting up, rocking.
You just slide him down. You should get some sleep.
Trigonometry, isn't that what kids do in October?
What does Teddy dream about? Anything different than the creatures that have been destroying and consuming the knowledge?
These creatures are ghosts made out of machines and machine parts. They're like specters made of cogs and springs. And they do this. They kind of like hover towards sections of the library and explode. And each explosion gives him that chilling wave of arcane and religious and like divine horror.
That wave of ozone blows over you every time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, Snick, you are the last one awake that you know. And what would you like
Mike's
to do?
awake, but he's not paying any mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tiptoe over to Yezin and just kind of like, hey, wake up, wake up.
What? What do you want?
Come with me.
All right. Yezin gets up.
We're gonna go out the window and up to the roof.
Oh, fair enough.
And I'm just gonna show you like where the handholds are to like get up easily.
Yezin doesn't even need it. He just out climbs you.
Oh.
Really.
Yeah, he's pretty good at climbing. So you go to show him, and he
watch him
just
use
kind of
no handholds. He grips things that you couldn't even like. How did he do that?
Just show off.
Look, I gotta be good at something.
I just imagine Joe from Family Guy climbing.
The amount of like that's actually true. Like my upper arm strength now because wheelchair is phenomenal. I can just like
like a goddamn spider monkey.
I'm a scissor kick you in the head.
So there's like pillows and blankets that kind of just like make like a little lounge. I'm gonna sit down. Can I talk to you about something?
Yeah. What's up?
Can you like keep it between us for now?
Is it something bad?
I don't think it's bad. To me, it's not bad, but I'm worried how other people might perceive it.
Yezin sits down.
So the experiment did work, but I wasn't exactly truthful about 90% of what I said earlier. And I'm sorry for that. I don't like to lie. I just wasn't sure how everyone was going to take it. So I did build a ghost engine. It didn't blow up.
Why would you hide that from us? Isn't it what we needed?
I don't think we needed it. Well, I needed it. I didn't see it in Gaelen Drench's room. The Bone Queen told me to build it. I had a separate vision once we were all having our other vision.
Can Yezin make a roll, like a religion roll, on who the Bone Queen is?
Sure. She's pretty. You probably don't even need to. She's pretty.
Oh, okay.
Common. She's essentially like the goddess of. I don't want to say goddess either, because in this world, things aren't born into godhood or deification. Like you become that. So you take on the mantle, like, and that's widely known too. If you become the emotional embodiment of that specific thing through deeds or actions or just that emotion, that raw emotion, you essentially transcend into that spot. So that's why nobody really knows the original names, or that's why it's just a moniker for that specific emotion or action. So she is the deity
embodiment of bone.
Yeah. Well, she's rock hard, rocked up. So the Bone Queen is the embodiment of. Let me just get all my notes. But revenge, broken promises. Let me grab it. Demigod list. So she represents vengeance, anguish, misery, misfortune, wrath, things like that. So like someone
Snick shit.
Snick shit. So essentially, but it's not unwanted. It's not just like wrath for everyone. It's like people who have deserved it, that have specifically broken promises, knowing it's going to hurt an innocent person, but to the extreme. It's not just like, oh, I gotta lie to this guy, it's gonna hurt his feelings, but whatever. It's like to the absolute extreme. So her whole backstory, the real short of it is she was supposed to be married to the Lantern King, but there was a third party involved who was Fangal the Deceiver, and he loved the Bone Queen before she was the Bone Queen. that entity and tricked the Lantern King into holding the sun. So essentially he put the sun into his lantern and now was essentially cursed with having to bring the sun up and go down every day, so he couldn't make it to the altar. But Fengal spun it that he essentially just left her there. So the avatar of the Bone Queen will be seen around. The myth is, and the legend is, that she roams the world of Windriel on the stage of her wedding stage, where the first dance should have happened, in her wedding dress, carried by the souls of those that she's seeked out vengeance on. And not even her, but people in her name. Essentially, those souls that have been taken true vengeance on are damned to play the music and carry the wedding first dance stage while she sits there and dances by herself.
Like a sweet-ass palanquin. That's
Yes.
dope as shit.
So essentially, it's just vengeance.
Chris, were you taking notes? I mean, this totally sounds like what you want to do for a wedding. I mean,
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
wedding
perfect.
planning.
Yeah, I can't make it. Doing bro shit with the sun. Sorry, babe.
Gotta go.
It's okay.
So the Bone Queen, the Queen of Bones, told you to make this ghost engine. For what purpose?
She asked me what I would do to get my revenge, to make Gaelen pay, and I said, anything? And I've been harboring this hate for him for so long, but like it's so close, and we need that extra push to make sure, because now like he's shaking people down for money. We gotta stop him. So I made a pact with her, and she told me to build the ghost engine, and then she'll kind of pull a shirt, and she told me to stick it here.
Oh, fuck. Is that replacing your heart?
Yeah, I don't have a heart anymore. It's kind of shattered on the floor. That's what that thing was.
That was your heart.
Yeah. So now do you see why I didn't want to say anything? Like, I didn't want to come off as sketchy, but like, I also don't want to like scare everyone. Theo is incredibly nitpicky, and I don't know how much more I can keep taking of it.
That. First of all, I think that's cool as shit. I can't argue, seeing as my brother and I are literally carrying the powers of hell.
What?
I mean, if you're going to tell me your secret, I'll tell you mine. The only reason I'm here is the ship that I worked on, the entire ship. We were investigating some ruins. It's actually a place where I found this, and he pulls out like his like cool like cog pick filled with magic silt and shit. Same place I found this, but everyone on that ship is now cursed. And it's physical and visible and mental. You know those weird fungus things that take over like the desert ants and like spiders and stuff?
Yeah, they like make it so that they have control of the body kind of situation.
Yeah, they kind of take over the brain. That happened to everyone on my ship. And the only reason it didn't happen to me is because we made a pact with hell. And the only promise I signed on for was the knowledge of how to help get rid of this curse, and now we're kind of tasked with returning unpaid curses And somehow that brought me to this city. So I'm hoping that Gaelen Drench is one of them. I wasn't really given any guidelines on what to do. I was just told to, like, return curses. You know, demons aren't really helpful, are they?
I think they like to keep things vague on purpose. But
Yeah.
that's also kind of really cool. Like I just did like a deity. You did all of hell. So like, bravo.
Or like some part, like I'm not exactly sure where the power comes from, because I didn't really read the terms and conditions.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't either. Like, I stuck a cursed thing into my chest, no questions asked.
Oh, it takes a huge weight off my shoulders. I thought I was being dumb, and I thought I was the only one.
No, I think we all have something that we're hiding or not ready to let everyone know about yet, because we're still new, like as a group. So I think it just in time it'll hopefully come out.
It's kind of weird that you're letting all these randos just like sleep in your room.
I'm not worried about
You
it.
can't even. Well, there's a lot of explosives in there.
Yeah, I think they're more afraid of the explosives than I am of them being in there. And I do keep it contained to that one corner because of the kids. So
I do think that's pretty unresponsible, irresponsible.
do you see the 6-7 locks I have on my door to keep them out when I'm not here?
I guess they are super assassins too, so it doesn't really matter. I keep forgetting about that fact.
I can't wait for the day to see if this is actually true.
Me too.
Some of those kids are dumb as rocks. If they're super assassins, they're set for life.
Had us fooled.
But yeah, thanks for not judging me.
I mean, like I said, I ain't got no leg to stand on there.
I won't tell anyone. Whenever you're ready to tell them, you can tell them.
Appreciates that.
I think Lyra knows, at least about me.
Look, there's a lot of people here that are way smarter than me, so I have no idea.
Her body language was reading, I know something's up.
She's kind of the sketchiest of all of us, ain't she?
I thought Nimbletooth was the problem. She's really good at murdering. Like, really good at murdering.
The thing is, with Nimbletooth, you know pretty much exactly where you stand with him.
Yeah, like, he's, I almost said necrophiliac. He's,
We don't yet know if that one's true. What is he doing under that bed?
he's clearly a cannibal. Like, he's sketchy, but I think we're starting to, like, scratch the surface of what Nimbletooth is about. But
So this pact of yours, does it only extend as far as getting Gaelen Drench, or does it go on further than that?
I think it's going to go on further than that. I think I might have signed a lifelong.
Damn.
But I don't.
Does it give you cool abilities? Like, I mean, I'm the one that signed that pact, and Zvik's the only one that's outwardly showing anything. This is kind of bullshit, if you ask me.
I mean, something feels different. Like, things do feel different.
Well, you replaced your heart. Of course things are going to feel different.
Like, I don't know if am I alive?
So
my
is
dad like feel me? And she'll like touch him.
You are very cold.
Like,
Also, that's a metal arm. What am I supposed to touch on that?
the other arm. Like, am I dead? Am I a soulless husk? I don't know.
I think you still have a soul.
Did I try?
Well, I mean, you're going to have a lot of them. How many souls can you pack into that engine?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
We'll find out together.
Yeah, because this is one man in many that deserve vengeance. Because a lot of people aren't going to fight for themselves for situations like all those poor people that are being bullied for money. They're not going to do anything because they're afraid and don't think they have the capacity to do anything. I now have the capacity to do something for those people who can't do anything.
You sound like some vigilante superhero now. Is that what are we becoming a superhero group?
I think so. Yeah, we're the good guys. It
Jason
matter
looks
what our
down and
past
like the
are.
fact that he bought those like cool ass new clothes, like we have super suits.
That's it. Jerry Sloan and fashions burns to the ground.
Wait, I didn't get a mask yet.
I also need to get a mask.
All right, scrap the characters. We're playing Paragons and Prowlers now.
But yeah, thanks. I needed this. I was just like itching to say something, but I don't know.
I mean, the itching might be the ghosts that are running through your blood now. Should probably do some cocaine or something.
Yo, beat me to it.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, I feel better, and I'm not worried. Like nothing other than like the coldness. Nothing feels wrong, so I think I'm okay.
Now that you've had time to kind of introspectively inspect yourself, you do notice that you don't have the need to breathe.
Oh. Okay, maybe. I think I can swim underwater forever now. Put your hand under my nose.
He does it.
It stinks really bad.
Like, is there any like?
Nothing. Unless you force it. You can physically make yourself.
I mean, technically, you
expel
still
oxygen.
gotta breathe so that you can talk and exhale air. Do you have a pulse?
Is there a pulse?
Your pulse before was more of just like a mechanical tick that you could feel like a pulse, but no, it's nothing. It's just a hum.
I'm sure it's fine.
Sure.
I'm sure it's nothing.
It's fine.
Well, don't worry. If you start to go weird and wild, we'll put you down or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And if my parents are alive and we find them, maybe let's not tell them that I'm a undead visage for the Bone Queen.
Lich.
We just hear that come out the window. Like, oh, fuck.
Teddy's just sitting behind you the whole time and like cross-legged.
Shaking it, fuck, wagging a finger.
I fucking knew it.
But yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other things to talk about if you find your parents, so. What do they got to do, ground you?
You're already dead. What can I do to you?
I think they kind of, as much as I know what they did was for my best interest to keep me alive, I don't think they have a foot to stand on in that regard. Well, thanks for sharing. We should probably get some sleep if we have a very busy day tomorrow.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna sleep easier now, knowing that at least one secret's been told.
I think I'm gonna sleep up here. So if you wanna, you're more than welcome to sleep out here if you'd like. But I like sleeping under the stars sometimes.
That's fair. No, I think they'll be all right inside. It's nice and cozy up here. Nice little rat's nest.
I mean, the shoe fits.
That's fair.
And get cozy in for sleep.
Yeah, with that, do either one of you dream anything different than normal?
I don't know. Does Snick dream anymore without a soul?
Yeah, do I dream?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do
Can you-
liches dream of electric sheep or something? Undead sheep?
I'm just ballroom dancing in that big room.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Yeah, there's a really slow, sad waltz playing the entire time, like the one you heard when you were in there, which I just couldn't get to work. But
Dancing for all of eternity.
what about Yes and Nosen?
No, I think he still has the same dream about the ship and the crew and all of that.
There. Yeah, so with that, the sun starts to come up. For a quick 4 hours, and it's the Lantern King rises again in the morning, and see it come back up, and it's starting to crest over the horizon, and then here comes dawn, and I think we'll take our little 10-minute as the new day starts. If you guys want to, you could do just click the full rest, and everybody gets a long rest.
Oh, hell
Get
yeah.
all your shit back and heal.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we'll BRB.
Okay.
Right.
All right, Lich Team.
We're just
All right,
actually
best behavior.
Caffel can ring in on this because he's from the UK. We were talking about, does anyone ever say potato? Like tomato, yeah, we get tomato, but potato. I feel like potatoes. Yeah, I don't feel like it's not potato. It's
I've never heard anyone say
potatoes.
potato.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna go to Idaho and ask the people who would know. The potato farmers.
Nice, wholesome potato folk.
Potato
Potatoes.
experts.
Hey, go on, get you some of them potatoes.
Ask them her opinion. Is like, no,
And
yeah,
just
see,
it-
no potatoes here.
Yeah. Just taters. All we got's taters around here.
Taters.
We've been rused.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Me and Chris like to pretend, because around here, like especially in New York, there's so many like people who think they're Italian. They're like
Yeah.
eighth generation, and like it's mixed completely out of their bloodline, but they think they're Italian still. And they always like at a deli, yeah, fresh mozzarella. You know,
More,
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, so me and Chris just like, I make you a linguine with a fresh tomato. It's like, nice, thanks, Chris.
And then you
yeah.
see the real people from like the real Italians from like New York City are like, yeah, I know my family's from Italy, but give me some of that fagioli.
yeah.
You mean fagioli?
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I want it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah, no, I know. I worked with every guy that does that.
Yeah,
those are
my deli. Yeah.
Those are my helpers. Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
get some mozzarella.
mozzarella.
Let me get some mutz. It's like,
And they
yeah,
correct you too. That's what bothers me. Is they correct me because I'm like, yeah, mozzarella's good. Wait,
Yeah.
this is not doesn't even exist. Mozzarella.
My ex was Sicilian, so they're like, it's this. I'm like, Sicily's not even Italy. Come on, stop.
Well, with that tour around the world, we should probably get into our world.
All right, now we're hunting potatoes in this world.
All of a sudden, there's a
Potatoes.
potato monster. Yeah, potato monster.
Potato. No.
They only
Galen.
exist. Potatoes only exist in the Feywild.
That's Gaelen Drench's true name, Potato. Unmake
No, I
him.
thought that was the Shadowfell.
Yeah. The other place. Yeah, so you guys had a nice long rest and the city is back awake. Let's find a new little city. Get that Wani Juhani sex done.
Yeah, rope me up.
All
Yeah,
right.
Theo is just still muttering, even though he's in his trance. He's just been muttering all night.
I feel like every one of us has woken up at some point to like put another sock into his mouth. I even crawled down from the roof to just gag him.
Roll for
Oh,
boner.
he must be dreaming. I get the can out. He wakes up just covered in cans.
Yeah, you wake up and Yezin's kind of just looming next to you with empty steel cans.
These are gonna make us a fortune.
Not today, Essen. We have a lot to do. Put your cans away.
Whoa. Hey now.
You're a rock star.
No game on Nimbletooth.
What? Well, good morning.
Yes. Good morning, all. But today we attack.
All right, so what's the plan? How are we delivering this head? Who's delivering the head?
I would bring it.
I feel like your hat is pretty recognizable at this point.
Me.
Well, yeah.
Most
True.
people do know me, yes.
Well, why don't we scope out the place first, see exactly what the lay of the land is exactly, and then decide how we might go about this.
Good idea.
Why don't we have our newfound guard friend deliver it?
Yes, Miss Carlita.
We could have
Carlita?
Carlita deliver it.
Well, what about a little reconnaissance first? What?
Oh,
You
for
could-
sure. Yeah.
You could send Amy, right? Check it out, make sure it looks safe, and then Abby can tell you whether it looks safe. Is that how that works?
Well, I've got a special bond with Andy, so I can kind of like, I can understand what he says.
Can you see what he says? Sees?
No.
Damn it.
Smell what he's spraying. Well, we should get a move on. We have much to do today.
Yeah.
We've lollygagged long enough.
What a gag?
We've, yes, lollygagged. Too long. We have much to do. Need to get moving.
What's a lolly?
A sucker. A candy on a stick for children.
Oh,
Yes, and you just gag yourself with it. A waste of time.
oh, we don't call it that here. It's not a lolly. It's a lollygag. You know, it's a,
Well, either way, it's a figure of speech. We need to get moving. We need. This is what I'm talking about. We need to stop wasting time.
I don't think any of that.
Oh.
Hey, Teddy, what has crawled up your craw this morning?
Yeah, someone woke up on the wrong side of the gem.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, we're trying to just teach you the ways here. We don't call those lollies here. We call them Essies.
Whatever they're called, it doesn't matter. That's my.
So
We-
what you're
enough.
saying is that we've spent too much time sucking on an Essie.
Yes, and we need to get moving. We need to take more action.
Okay.
Time
All
is
right.
of the essence, Nimbletooth. I would know.
Did you have a bad dream? You okay?
I'm fine.
Are you
Yeah.
lying to us, Teddy?
From Lyra?
Oh,
Yes.
Nimble
Michael
too?
Smith. Michael Smith. Bronson. Remember, please don't slip up and call him Theo or Teddy while we're out there.
Michael Smith Brownson.
This Mike is fine. But are we ready? Is everyone ready to go?
I don't know. Are we ready? Do we have a plan?
Now we're waiting
Code
on you.
names.
Then he just gets flustered and starts. Well, goes to open the door, but it's fucking locked.
Jamming on it.
Do all of them.
Yeah. He starts undoing locks in the wrong order. Like he relocks one. After about 15 seconds, he finally opens the door.
I'm serious about the code names. I think we should all have bird code names because it'd be cool and help
Oh.
not use their real names.
Hey, well, Falcon. Dibs on Falcon.
Falcon.
Or Hawk. Maybe Hawk.
You remember Hawk was taken by one of the previous people already, but you could reuse it. You could reuse it.
No, Falcon.
Michael Smith Brownson gets Whippoorwill.
Hey, what is called Falcon?
Johnny Nod with the raid.
Let's go, Pigeon.
A what? A whatchin?
Pigeon.
I don't know what that is.
The bird, it doesn't matter.
I would prefer to be called a great tit.
What tit? Tit. Well, Tit is a mouse. She should be Tit.
No, tit's a bird here. I don't know what you're thinking of.
I will not be called the tit.
Long-tailed tit. You could call me
Blue-footed booby.
a booby. Well, that's fine as well. Call me booby.
Fine. Booby it is.
I'm Dodo, and Zveek is Rock.
Okay. Dodo, Rock. Ladies.
Well, that's not a stretch, but okay. Oh, you call me a titmouse.
I like that.
Or maybe that should be you, Snick. Titmouse?
That was
No,
my
I'm
point.
good. I'm good. I don't need that kind of connotation associated with me.
I mean, just saying, it makes sense.
Why don't we call Snick like Conlark or Skydor?
Oh, Snick, let's go.
Go to Lyra first.
How about
Hold on.
I have one that you might like, actually.
Mhm.
What about Starling?
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
Pretty
it's
good.
settled then. We've got Starling,
Mhm.
we've got Booby, we've got Dodo, and we've got Tit. Let's go.
How
Is
dare you
everyone
leave
satisfied?
How dare you leave out Rock?
Rock. Yes.
Ruckus Veek, just trying to get these names down because we don't want to screw this up while we're out in the field. Try to
I've
infiltrate.
already forgotten all of this.
Right. Yeah, this is difficult.
Snick is writing everything down and making little postcards for everyone.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go with Nightingale.
Oh.
Oh, okay. That's nice. And what were you going by again? Michael Smith?
Falcon.
Whippoorwill.
What's the most annoying bird with the most annoying voice and call? That should be.
Whippoorwill.
A Booby.
What's a loud bird?
Fucking seagull.
Crow.
This sweet fuck, everyone. Can we please?
The seagull, aka the latrine pheasant.
You should be the pigeon.
Eddie, you are very on edge.
Yes. We should just get moving.
We can walk and talk and
What's
work
the
stuff.
hurry?
Thank you.
Eddie, I need you to like breathe in, breathe out a few times. Deep breaths.
Yes,
Calm yourself.
Yes, I'm calm.
Okay.
No, the fuck you ain't.
Oh, calm? That's the. Oh, the. Oh.
What about Conyer?
For who?
you.
For Michael Smith?
No,
For
you.
me?
Are you good with Booby?
Oh, I'm fine with Booby.
Oh, okay, then we're good.
He loves Booby.
He picked it himself.
Well, no, it wasn't assigned to me, but I was gonna go with Titmouse, a great Titmouse or something of that sort. But a Booby is fine. Who doesn't enjoy a Booby?
I personally thoroughly love a good Booby.
Oh, there you go.
It's settled. Are we settled?
Yes, we can go.
Okay, thank you.
Lyra, what are you inciting?
Let's get the flock out of here.
Teddy.
About it, that he's okay?
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
But you know, there's Teddy and then Teddy right now. Is it just Teddy being Teddy?
Mike, man of action. He's just flustered. He wants to get going. He's very anxious.
Now, this is how you get into trouble if you don't go in with a really good, solid plan. I hope you realize
We're
this.
going to check it. We have a plan. We're going to check it out, and then Carlita. Oh, excuse me. Let me check this list.
No, that's Curly.
Nightingale is going to infiltrate and blow the station up.
Also, quick question, Teddy. Where did you register as your where you were staying with the registrar yesterday? Was it the orphanage or back at Atticus's place?
Oh, what ails you?
Fair.
All right. Yeah.
There's no more craft ales in the future. I came back to save them.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
So yeah, you guys ready? You're gonna go right there.
Oh, yes.
So as you go through there, you have to pass by actually what ails you, and let's all give me a perception check.
Uh-oh. Because there's going to be a certain bartender that's going to give somebody the stink eye, right?
Oh,
Where is not
Actually,
Yes.
let me
Nick is pretty focused too.
pull up Foundry Map so you guys can see their rolls.
Yes, and with a 21.
I always have a shit perception.
All right, Snick with a 2, Yesn with a 21, Nimbletooth with the 5. Teddy, are you Or you're just kind of lost in the sauce? Oh, you're up top. My fault.
Yeah, up top. Yeah.
10 and an 8. Yezin this time is the only one that notices. You hear someone asking at the front. So like the door's kind of propped open, like somebody had just walked in, and they're kind of holding the door open, and they're asking Craghorn for if anybody knows a Michael Smith Bronson.
Do I see the person who's asking? Are they like a badge or an officer or something?
Very wizardly looking. Yeah, so their robes look like cosmic, like very cosmic-y looking robes with a lot of runes and almost like sacred geometry all over it.
Would I know what any of that meant, or just some sort of wizard shit?
You could do Arcana or an intelligence check or some sort of local lore if you have any kind of thing for the city. Just from just from being around the city a bit.
I have history, but that's about it.
Yeah, you could do history.
All right, I'll try that. Yeah, probably not good.
It's fair enough. It wasn't too high. You know it's one of the wizards from the Chronomancy guild.
Is it a time cop?
It's time cop.
It's a time cop. oh shit. I'm gonna pull everybody into like an alleyway real quick. Like
What?
Teddy, where did you mark down your residency at the registrar?
What ails you?
Yeah, well, we just passed by, and they got a time cop looking for you.
What?
Yeah, it's one of the wizards from the School of Chronomancy, but they're also time cop dick bags.
Yeah, the jig is up.
They're looking for Michael Smith Bronson, so you probably want a different disguise now.
Yes, well, fortunately, he does not exist. Yes.
Yeah, but a human with a really big hat does.
Go see what he wants. Just go tell him that you're a fan, and you're also looking for him, just to find out what he wants.
I'm looking for the time cop?
No, you're a fan of Michael Smith Bronson.
Now, why the hell would I be that?
Now, wouldn't you?
You know what? I'll go in and I'll just listen in.
Yeah. That's probably better. He's right up talking to Craghorn.
Oh, okay.
Tell him I said hello.
Oh, perfect. Give me a gold piece.
Yes. He does.
Okay, he takes that gold piece, and he walks straight up to Craghorn and who he's conversing with. And,
you hear the muttering, and you see him kind of acknowledge you, like, "Oh, hey there, weird little dude."
Hey, so we were coming back, and we felt really bad that our friend didn't tip you very well. So we all chipped in, and we put this together for you, and we're just gonna on his behalf, although he didn't think of it himself, we're gonna give you this gratuity.
Thanks, little dude.
So what's going on?
Roll a charisma check.
You weird little dude.
Yeah, not a save, but just a check.
Charisma.
Yeah.
God damn it. Ability check, right?
Check. Yep.
Oh
8.
yeah, that's a whole 8.
Yeah, you just
solid
didn't need to do terribly. That's all. He said, dude, I really appreciate this. And you see him just kind of apparate a small little voucher, and he gives you a free dinner voucher.
Oh, that's great. Does the meal have to be consumed all in one sitting?
It's just a free dinner for you and your guests.
Oh, so it's not just for me.
No, because you guys are being so nice and such a great customer. I mean, except for the other guy, but it's all right.
Hate you people.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't keep great company. we've heard that he's fallen in with some seedy people. In particular, a Michael Smith Bronson that seems to be making waves.
You see this like if you picture like the Disney Merlin, it's that, but just in like purple cosmic robes. It looks like galaxies on his robes with sacred geometry on it, and he kind of like pushes his glass about. Michael Smith Bronson. Yes, I was actually looking for him. You said you know him?
Oh no, we don't know him, but our compatriot seems to have taken a liking to him specifically. We're not really sure why, but I don't know. Apparently, this Michael Smith Bronson is very. He's very influential.
It's very strange for a chronomancer not to be registered with the guild, but to be registered in the system. Have you ever met? You said you've never met this man.
No, I haven't met him specifically, but I have heard quite a bit from him. Our friend can't stop talking about him. It's really nauseating, quite honestly.
What do you know where he hails from?
Who? Our friend? Our compatriot?
No, Michael Smith Bronson.
No, absolutely not.
This is strange. There's something strange is afoot. I would tell your friend to be very wary. If you see this Michael Smith, could you have him attend the Chronomancers Guild in Carnum's Rest, please?
The Chronomancers Guild in Carnum's Crest?
I'm in.
Do you specifically?
I told you, motherfuckers. I'd get in that fancy wizard school.
Well, yeah. If we have the pleasure of meeting Michael Smith Bronson, then yeah, we'll be sure to pass along the message. I'm sure my friend will love to deliver that message himself.
I would just want to make sure he didn't bring any like ethereal leeches or clockwork golems with him or something along those lines. It's very dangerous being a chronomancer and not being registered.
Are there any other fancy devices that we should be leery of that they would be bringing in as a, something specific, like a little orb that makes ticking noises?
Yeah, so if he has a chronometer, that would definitely be something that could be very dangerous in the wrong hands.
Oh, that's what you would call it, a chronometer, eh?
Yeah, quite.
Oh, well, that's good to know. I will be sure to warn us all about the chronometer.
He's like, is it like this? And he kind of pulls up, it's almost like Doctor Strangey, where he pulls up like the thing that's rolling in front of him, and it just looks like planets and a whole bunch of, hands and things spinning around in 3 dimensions and circling.
That doesn't look anything like what Teddy normally wields, right?
No,
not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
His
Teddy's
is more
closer
like...
to a Rubik's Cube. Or like a
exactly.
Cryptex. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, well, that's very impressive. I'll be on the lookout for such a device.
I
and
appreciate
the rest of us, too. Sure.
It's very dangerous to have a chronomancer not registered running around the city. The last time this happened, the world was almost unwritten. So we need this. We need to dot our T's and cross our I's.
Now let's just say, if he did register for a certain amount of time, there's probably a reward for bringing him in, right?
Oh, for sure. If he doesn't register within the allotted time, he'll be an enemy of the state.
Oh, perfect. And how much time would need to elapse before that would happen?
Oh, time's a funny thing. It's not very linear per se. So in your mind, it might be a certain set point of time. But
yeah, you idiot.
We'll just say roughly 2 or 3 days. Time travel can be very taxing, and we acknowledge that. So.
Oh, 2 or 3 days. That's a perfect amount of time to stall. Wait for him to, register. Yeah. Perfect. All right then. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and we will. Yeah, how do I get in touch with you if I would need to? Let you know that we've found such a person, such as Michael Smith Bronson.
While being here, I'm also at the Chronomancers Guild currently, so we're
Yes.
You could just come and tell him to show up there.
Okay, or we can bring him. We can bring him there ourselves.
For sure, yeah. And after those 2 or 3 days, I'm sure there'll be quite a reward.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, then we will hopefully have some good news to bestow upon you in a couple of days.
I appreciate that, you strange creature. What was your name?
Oh, my name is Nibbletooth, Bumblefoot.
I appreciate that, Nibbletooth Bumblefoot.
Well, okay. Bye, Cragord.
My little dude, you could see the Chronomancer as he stumbled with Nibbletooth Bumblefoot. He kind of just pulls out his thing and rewinds it, and he starts over. He's like, Nibbletooth Bumblefoot.
We're gonna have to fake a death of Michael Smith Bronson.
Fake. Nibbletooth's gonna kill this motherfucker for the reward.
It's just gonna be a 4-foot tall Michael Smith Bronson face in a bloody wizard hat.
We got him. Where's our reward?
We've already got ahead. And he goes back to everybody in the alleyway.
What did he say?
Oh, not much. Basically, they're looking for Michael Smith Bronson. Nothing to worry about. We should probably take as much time as possible before we,
What did they want? Well, why are they looking for him?
Well, Chronomancers have to register with the guild at Cardam's Crest.
Oh,
But they usually have a lead time of about a week or so before you have to actually officially, register.
Ah.
So there's a grace period.
But yes, time travel is quite strenuous.
Right. Yes. And there's the manipulation of time is very strenuous on
What is 7
the
days?
normal people
Yes,
like
yes.
ourselves. Not so much. The Chronomancers. They're totally, fine with time shifting and going forwards and backwards.
Yes, I know how it goes. Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, they've heard of me, huh?
They have. Yeah, they're looking for you, or Michael Smith Bronson. Yeah, they're looking for him. They just want to keep tabs on him and make sure that his chronometer, what?
Yes.
that
Chronometer. Yes.
Yes, is calibrated properly. I don't know.
Now, what does time have to do with the study of birds? Chronomancy? Why are they studying just one particular kind of bird?
It's all tied together.
Well, I mean, crows are the harbingers of many things. Why not
Yes.
time as well?
Oh shit! Can I change mine? Can I be crow now?
You want to be crow?
You want to be crow?
Can I be dodo crow? That sounds pretty cool.
You can be whatever you want. It's not going to make any sense to anybody else. It's not making sense to me, quite honestly. So,
Yes. Dodo crow is fine.
Dodo crow. Okay, Dodo
keep
crow.
moving. We'll have to keep your eyes peeled for chronometer. Get my hands on one before I check in.
Wait,
While,
you actually intend on checking in?
Well, of course, they're expecting me.
Okay, yeah, we can work with that. We can totally work with that.
Yes.
Maybe Atticus has a chronomanometer or whatever it is.
That's a good point. We'll have to ask him later. If not, maybe Frank. There's one in the city, I'm sure.
Oh, probably hundreds.
Yes. Very likely. But we should stay on task.
Right, we are doing a task.
Yes. Okay, just walk in front of me and just be cool.
You should probably take your hat off.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
No, his ears will be a dead giveaway.
Well, when he registered, he was wearing that fucking hat.
Yes.
This is true. Can you make the hat size change, possibly? Maybe make it look less ostentatious?
Wait, if they're looking for Michael Smith Bronson, we have to check in to get into the war area.
Yes.
Oh, right. So he has to present
So you'll
himself
be
as he is.
checking in as Michael Smith Bronson.
Yes.
And if they are looking for you, that's going to be a problem.
It could be.
Yes, I should get a chronometer first. You're right.
We don't have time for that.
Nimbletooth said we have a week, so we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it'll be fine.
So,
Oh, let's go.
so detour?
Let's walk straight through. They don't know what I look like.
But they're gonna scan your crystal. and it's
They
gonna-
have to scan your crystal.
Are all the systems intertwined in this city?
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna know. You know how, like, I don't know in your world, but you know when you walk up, normally there's a bulletin board with, you know, posters of like people that are being searched for, sought out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's in your mouth. That's the crystal. Yeah, it like everywhere. Anywhere
then
that they scan a chip, a crystal, that's what's gonna come up.
All right, fine then. I'll go meet with this chronomancer right now then, and just get it all out of the way.
Oh no, we're gonna have to wait a couple of days.
What? Which is it, Nimbletooth?
I told you there's a grace period. We can
I
wait
have
a
to wait
couple
a
of
few days
days.
before I walk to the war quarter.
I will say we have a rather large bomb on us that we should not be carrying around for super long.
Is
Snake's
there
right.
a time limit on the bomb?
No, but if something accidentally happens, it's gonna end poorly.
All right, I tell you what. You four, or five, excuse me, speak. You five. Head on through. Do your thing. I'll go have a word with the chronomancer. I'll get my registration all squared away, and I'll meet up with you.
So you can get attacked by Gaelen Drench and his cronies again.
Chronos, not cronies. I'm going with the chronos.
No, but we
Pick 'em up
don't.
and let's go.
Yeah, we don't know necessarily whether this is a legitimate, search for you.
Even better.
This might actually be a ruse put together by Gaelen.
I'll go
Looking
with
for-
him, and you follow me.
You'll go with the chronomancer.
Yes, and
Turn
you
yourself
you,
in.
you
go to
tell us.
register.
Yes, if there's anything afoot, anything afoul, you blow it up. Whatever you do.
So, not to be the stickler in the mud, what happens if you get arrested for lying about your registration?
I'm a wizard, dear.
A wizard, not a chronomancer.
Yes, you can't put a chronomancer in jail. Time doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you're not a
You're not a
chronomancer.
They
chronomancer.
don't know that, yes.
I'm
But they'll
pretty
figure
sure
it
they'll be able to tell.
These guys are the authority on chronomancy.
They'll know that you're a liar
Yes,
You're
and a fake, a charlatan.
I'm a wizard.
you're being
fool.
ridiculous.
I'll learn a few of their spells. It'll take me a few months.
So you'll be in jail for a few months.
It won't matter. I'll go
Well, then-
back in time, and it never happened.
Lyra, can you smack some sense into this man, please?
No, please, no.
Get him.
I have no qualm with you, Lyra.
I love how Snick has a literal massive bomb on her persons, but he's terrified of Lyra.
Well, look, we have a decision to make. Are we going to the war quarter? What? I mean, we have to get rid of this bomb.
Yes.
Well, then let's just go. If they give me trouble at the gate, I'll
We'll figure it out.
I'll get out of there.
All right.
Again, money talks, and our friend might be there if we go soon.
Oh, yes, Pierre's working. No worries.
Pierre the Bugbear might be working. Let's go.
All right.
Yep, so
Let's
you
go.
go. And
As protocol would dictate, Nimbletooth just jumps on Zvik before they exit the alleyway, and he's just like blending in on Zvik.
Turns into a tumor again.
It's
do you
not a
use the
Puma.
cloak?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay, you use the cloak.
Yeah, you want me to roll for it?
No, just you could pretty much just activate it. Perfect. So you guys get there. You do see there's like maybe 2 or 3 people in front of you, but as you turn the corner, you do see Pierre is the person on duty because he does the earlier shift. So
Like, how much you give him?
No, you're registered now, so it should be fine. He'll just know that the paperwork is
How
done.
much? How much I give him?
A gold.
all right, so you start going through one by one and scanning ghost gems, and it comes, he just goes through. Oh, okay, I sees your faces, and
Teddy takes a gold coin and puts it in his mouth.
Oh
To block the crystal.
Yep.
yeah. So he goes and he looks and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, sir, you have a something in your mouth."
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. He wipes it off. You must have dropped this, sir.
It is. Do you want to persuade him or something along those lines?
Yeah. I'll use persuasion.
Oh.
That's a 5.
I feel like Teddy doesn't say anything. He's just winking. Just
He's like, "Oh no, sir! I can assure you, I do not have my money on me while I am on duty."
Oh, perhaps you have it on me then. And he takes another gold out.
Are you trying to bribe me, sir?
Oh, no, sir. I'm just confused.
Clearly, good. Please present your ghost gem.
If I must. Yes,
love that Pierre the Bugbear is this weird Russian French guy.
Yeah, he's a bugbear, man. He's a fucking bugbear.
You don't know about bugbears, bro. You don't know where he's from.
He looks, he scans, he's like, "Thank you, Michael. Smith, Bronson,
This mic is fine, thank you.
Sir Mike." Yeah, and you go through.
Actually, did you get a good scan? Did you want to scan that again? How does it come off the list? They don't scan you on the way out, right? It's when you walk by.
Yes, as you walk by, your name just kind of flickers off the
Okay.
log.
Teddy's going to pretend to drop something a little bit before the checkpoint, so he could try to walk through and get his name off the log and pick it up and walk back in.
Sure, if you want to do like a performance or sleight of hand or something along those lines, or stealth if you're trying to do it quietly.
He's just going to, oops.
Yeah, so like a performance.
Okay. Come on, Teddy.
Oh! you used them up, you fucker.
Yeah, I did.
Let me roll.
No.
Let's see if he even notices. Yeah, he notices. He's like, "Oh, excuse me, sir. You went back through. Your name came off the list." And you can see him just kind of snatch the name out of the air and put it back onto the list.
Okay, so sorry. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. I apologize.
Yes, lovely day, sir. Lovely day.
Yeah, and with your 14 stealth, yeah, Vik just goes on through as a beast of burden, and you're right on with him. And everybody else, no one else is trying to hide any sort of scan. Everybody gets scanned.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, so you
Grab
guys
the
get
list
in.
and run.
Yezin ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, you guys are in. They explained it to you that the Mallard Security Industries was up to the northeast, kind of right up against the wall that leads up to the Telrelot estate.
Which way, Stick?
Who wants to sneak up and knock on the door and leave it? Oh, wait. It was going to be you, right?
Well, we got to stake it out first.
Yeah. Well, maybe Amy can fly around. Let which one were you? I forget.
Nightingale.
Oh, Nightingale. Yeah. Let Nightingale know exactly what's going on, and see if there's a good place where we can place it. Front door is always very, very impressive. Sends a message.
I thought I was just gonna walk in. I thought Carlita was gonna walk in and drop it off.
Oh, I mean, yeah, could.
Danny, is the ground around that building worked earth or unworked earth?
It's worked, yeah. It's a lot of cobblestoney
Ah, my only weakness.
Tile.
tile.
I think the whole war quarter's paved, right?
Yeah, so with that, we'll actually activate the map and see. So this is going to be the big test. You might be able to see through the walls. It is what it is.
Fuck the map.
Believe it's it's pretty big too. So
Wait, so
okay.
what did Carlita look like?
Just a 3-foot, not human, but like elfish guard.
Yeah, you're like
Okay.
a short elf, from what I recall. All right, let's activate this map.
Mallard Industries.
Time to
Oh,
get some retribution!
It's only showing me and oh, okay, you guys are loading up. Oh,
Yeah,
did we lose?
98%.
Did we lose somebody?
yeah, we did.
Oh, Snick blew
Oh,
up.
Snick.
Pixie.
Oh no!
Oh no!
We lost Carlita.
Time to get some retribution.
No.
There's the cat outside
Paul has
chewing on her internet cable.
Yeah.
The greasy cat.
Her brand new computer just got.
Yeah.
Sprayed.
Yeah.
It's the first page.
Oh no! That little male cat bastard.
It's the first test drive too.
Joe.
Just
No.
Oh no! I'm being split in half by the stream.
Yeah.
Send her a message. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Just making sure it doesn't blow up.
Yeah.
She's still on Discord.
Okay.
If she's online. Like, I don't have a
Discard
token.
through her phone.
Her Zoom. Yeah, her Zoom might have just crapped out.
Yeah.
I got some error message. I missed the end of it. It's like I don't have a token or to assign to me. Something like that.
Let me get everybody's tokens down.
You do not own any token with vision in this scene.
There it is.
I'm good, I think.
There I am.
I can't see so much, but
I ain't got no vision.
Oh wait, I forgot. I was using Nimbletooth as a guide to
hey now.
see.
There we are.
Hang on, let me reset Fog of War because I just dragged you through there.
Oh, Nimbletooth got to see it all.
He said,
Yes,
Get a lay of the land.
Zveek.
how far do you want us to be able to see? 30 feet?
Yeah, you should just be able to see, like, 30 feet.
Okay.
And hopefully not through walls or walk through them. But again, I don't know how accurate it
Looks
is.
good.
Whoa, who's that? Oh, that's Tammy.
Yeah.
The
So,
cat
and then
turned off my computer.
It was a fucking cat. Gaelen Drench.
let me set the stream.
Your cat's a spy.
You gotta go,
gotta do
Ghost.
this.
Your time has come.
Oh.
Hang on, let me just set the stream so they can see.
Yes, you were very cute, and I know you want attention, but
Vision.
you're not cool, man.
Oh wait, no, I have to set. How is it? 30, I think. Up to
You got me on 30. Yeah.
So I think as long as I set the stream the same as you guys. No, see now the stream can only see. What you guys see. Or what they can see. Like it's not showing, so it should view how the players view. Actually, unless no, because you guys have seen more. You know what? The stream might just have to see more than you guys, so just don't look at the streams stuff. I think the stream might.
Don't cross the stream.
Yeah.
No stream sniping. D&D.
Stop screen watching.
Prototype vision. Has vision and Bright will just do 500, 5,000 update and see what happens.
Crash.
Oh, okay. Actually, it's showing. Ooh, I don't know. Somebody just move towards those front steps there and see if it updates for the stream as well. Yeah, now it's only based on this stream. See, that's annoying because it's set up to have player vision. Let me just check real quick. Module setups. That is streamer view.
Fill my eyes with that streamer vision.
Yeah, so I don't know why it's not showing. It should. That's annoying. All right, so let me save this, and I'll set. You know what? Can stream. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna just have the stream go all over the map and see everything, just so it's unlocked for him.
Yeah.
And then you guys just
That's
don't
cool.
look at it.
Yeah, we won't meta it. We're good.
I'm going to cheat.
I'll have to
what I'm
figure out how
about.
to solve that
I'm
after.
all about
but-
cheating in social games.
Well, dude, as a chronomancer, like I've already been through this.
Yeah.
Like I should know already.
Doctor Strange that. He's seen this
Yeah,
14
yeah.
billion times.
Actually, let me set them up so they can just see unimpeded vision. Why is it now? It's changed. Site unlimited, dim. Let me do the same thing. 5,000 update.
By the time Danny figures it all out, it's going to be time to end the stream.
God damn it. Yeah, I'll just follow you guys around with the stream. That's fucking annoying, but
Yeah, there might be a way like to set it up as like an assistant GM or a trusted player instead of a regular player, but that's a process.
yeah, in the permissions,
another
right?
night. Yeah, for another night. But you also don't want it to give away all your secrets either.
Yeah.
Doesn't it balance an act?
All right, either way, no big deal. I'll just follow you guys around with the stream. All right, so yeah, you guys are in front of the deal here. I just put you on here. You don't have to actually be right in front of it. You can be around the corner. I just put it on so you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably get around the side so that. Okay, so what are we doing?
Well, I thought you were gonna go in by yourself.
Yeah, check it out. Check it
I
out.
mean,
I thought
somebody
you were-
could go in with you, but
I thought you were just going to knock on the door and leave.
well, she could totally go in. She's one of the guards, so
Well, she's a guard, but she doesn't necessarily work for Maillard Industries
no.
because they are registered as employees.
Or I can just disguise myself as one of the mail carriers and walk it in and go, delivery!
Well,
Yes, that could work too.
Who's this guy?
who?
Who?
It's a spooky ghost.
Hey, I'm a cameraman.
It's just the
I'm just gonna
cameraman
follow you
stops.
around.
Just
I'm a
pretend
college
I'm not
student
here.
making a documentary.
Alright, well, what do you guys want me to do? Because I gotta transform and bring it in. And I have to pull the pin, and there's only so much time before that thing will.
Yeah. Do the mail carrier. That'll be alright.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And we'll just walk around and see what other ways we could get in, just in case.
Okay. So,
So so Nimbletooth is gonna go this way, and oh, I can't go that way.
Danny, are there any windows along the side wall here?
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
So anything that's a hatch, the thatched roof like that, is an overhang of a doorway.
Over doorway. Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
so that is a doorway.
Okay. I'm gonna, I guess, sneak inside of the crate and transform myself into like the mail carrier outfits, just like a young, like, mail carrier.
Yeah, the courier of the city for sure. As you guys go around the building, you notice every entrance except the one with the wooden steps says employees only.
Oh,
But there are other entrances.
Correct. Yep.
No windows on the first floor. Second floor?
Not one single. It's almost like it's a windowless. It just has doors, but it's almost looked like it used to be like a keep or some sort of hold like that. There's no specific windows.
Okay. Okay, nothing accessible. Well, shit. She's on the road.
I'm gonna go in and out. That's it. Wait, I'm gonna go in and out. That's it.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Good work, Carl.
Oh, yeah. My name's Carl. Yeah. All right. And then I'm gonna open the box and go, is everyone ready?
Yeah. If anything goes wrong, just scream.
Got it. Lyra, you ready? Ready to pack them punches?
Okay.
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 We're gonna,
Just
you
the
better be ready.
softest murderer.
I'm gonna pull the pin, close the box, and I'm gonna go walk inside with the box.
Perfect.
I'm in with you.
It's not letting me go through the wall.
There you go.
Oh god. Okay. This is fine. Oh, why can't I go forward? There we go.
So
Everything about this is fine.
there's a end of the hallway straight ahead of you. To your right is another door that says storage employees only, and then to the left it says Mallard Industries.
So I'm only seeing a hallway currently.
Yeah, so where there's that gap right in the left side there,
Mhm.
I couldn't get the door function to work, so right there is a doorway if you want to go through it. But
Okay. I'll go through that door.
perfect, I'll put you through. Get the stream viewer in there with you. And we'll put this guy here just for the sake of it. You see, it's not one of the Children of Ash bandits. I'm just using it as a placeholder.
Okay.
You see this tiny little old woman reading a book. Can I help you?
I have a delivery. Not for you. I think for your boss. Or for your boss.
Oh dearie, I have many bosses.
Crap. What was the dude's? Mr. Mallard himself. This package is for him.
Let me check my ledger. You see her just kind of flicking through some things.
Oh,
Ma'am, I have a lot of deliveries today. I can't hang around all day. I'm really sorry to inconvenience to you.
I apologize. He's not here right now. He left for the week. He said, it says here, a security assessment locally. Any inquiries he would handle on his return.
Okay. I guess who works right under him? I can give him the box.
Oh, I don't know if he's here either. I could go check in the back.
Yeah, you should definitely go check that out in the back.
Okay. 1 second, dearie. You see her kind of just go off into the back.
I'm gonna run out the door and see if I can find someone to give this package to. It's not this poor old lady.
Yeah, so you're gonna run back outside?
Yeah, well, out to like the hallway and just go, hello, package.
Yeah, so then you hear someone in that storeroom that was directly ahead of you kind of opens up. He's like, steps out. Well, why didn't it do it? steps out, and this, God, chasing you with this thing is a pain in the ass. And this time, someone who does step out is a Children of Ash bandit captain, like the one that you killed on the boat.
Sorry, sir. Delivery. It was for Mr. Mallard. The old lady. She seems senile. I don't want to make sure it gets lost.
Yeah, I guess.
Here, I have to go. I have so many deliveries.
He's like, I guess, and just takes the box, walks back into the storage unit.
As soon as he's out of there, I'm running out that door.
Let's get you outside. About how long would you say the timer is?
Probably about 15 minutes.
15 minutes? Okay, yeah, if you guys want to go hide around a corner or do something like that.
Did you do it?
He's not there, but there was one of the Ashen Children Guard dudes.
Assassin?
He was one of the captains, like the one we fought when we were out there.
Yes.
So
I guess he's gonna get fucked up with this.
Mm-hmm. And I might kill an old lady, and I'm terribly sorry for that.
It's fine. She's old. She's lived a full life.
Yeah, but are they gonna look at the head? I mean, the whole point was to have them see who it was, send a message.
He was in the storage room, so maybe he's gonna open it to...
What was being stored in there?
I don't know, I didn't look.
I didn't hear an explosion. What happened?
It's on a timer.
Oh, how long?
About 15 minutes.
Oh.
Well, what if they find it?
Galen's gone for a week, so...
Oh, so we're not gonna kill him.
No, we're gonna send a message, though.
But killing some of them children in Ash, that's not bad. That's a good consolation prize.
They don't find the bomb and just throw it out.
They're not gonna find that bomb.
It was hidden in there pretty well.
Yeah.
Though I guess they'd probably be suspicious over a severed head in a box.
They probably get them all the time.
What?
If they bully the townsfolk, they charge money. They're out here killing people willy-nilly. Of course, they have a lot of enemies. People probably send them heads all the time.
I guess we just wait for the explosion.
Yeah, you think we're the first ones to think of this?
15 minutes comes and then 15 minutes goes.
It doesn't go... We don't hear an explosion?
You don't hear an explosion.
My training tells me that was 15 minutes.
He's a chronomancer. He knows.
Are you not good with bombs?
No, I am a goddamn demolitions expert. That bomb should have gone off.
And this bomb in. He fucking points to Lyra.
Oh,
Let's send this bomb in.
Where was the storeroom in relation to where we are right now, or to this building?
You go through the front door, it's just straight down at the back of the hallway.
It's at the back of the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like to the right or left?
You remember as you walk in, you go to your first right, and that was the store.
Oh, first right, then the storeroom.
So it's this door right here.
That checks out.
Shall we knock and or kick the door in? We know the Children of Ash are in there, and they shouldn't be. They're bandits. So we got justice on our side.
Ew.
Why didn't it go off? It should have gone off.
Maybe they also have a demolitions expert in there.
That would be that they would be able to see what was inside the head.
Yeah.
I know that there was a bomb in there.
Well, I mean, we put it inside a severed head.
It's clockwork.
Right. Yeah, but the rest of it would muffle the sound of whatever's going on in there.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to make a decision for us.
Perhaps they took it with them.
Yezin's going to take out his pick and go into jackhammer mode.
I've been
and
waiting
just
for this
punch
for
the door in.
so long. Cool. So roll. I believe your jackhammer is max damage on items.
Yes, I'm going to look at it right now. I probably should have looked at it before I said I was going to do this.
Siege damage.
As a bonus action, you can activate the head of your pick to become a power hammer. For the next 60 seconds, all damage versus items, objects, and terrain is doubled.
Nice.
Dope. So I'm just not. I mean, let's roll the first one, but I'm not going to make you constantly roll over and over and over and over and over for doubling it. But we'll roll a couple of them and see where we go from
Quickly.
there. Yeah.
Cool.
So 8 on the first one. Let's roll it one more time. 12 on the second one. Yeah. So within 2 real big. What does this look like when you activate the power hammer? What do we see?
So normally in the pick mode, the head kind of like hovers around like the handle, and the handle has like a big like glass like sand thing. But this one, like the sand comes out and forms like a giant like maul on the end of it, and it kind of like uses like magnetism to like drive it forward into the thing with the head of the pick as the actual like part that's hitting first. So it's just like a big old massive like silt with like a spike coming out of it.
Hell
That's
yeah.
cool.
It doesn't take too much time. It's just wooden reinforced doors, which is a little strange too, because wood is like a hot commodity, but it kind of looks like they reuse like old crates and things like that. And then put some metal banding on it. But you, without even thinking about it, it tears the thing right off the hinges.
Hell yeah.
You also notice too, this part of town, it is in the War District, but it's like a really shitty part of it. Everything around here is kind of dilapidated and crappy. This is like that like mom and pop shop you go to, and you just kind of go in there, and afterwards you want to wash your hands when you leave. It's that kind of deal around here. But yeah, so the door flings open.
But all right then.
It flings open, and I will step inside with Zvik following me.
Teddy's gonna cast Mage Armor.
Is it are you guys all going in, or is it you guys are waiting?
I'm also gonna go in.
Because I might have to drag you in. I don't think you can get around the door, the walls. You guys are going in.
Pizza time.
I'll put you here. Snick is going in. Is anybody else going in?
Teddy will.
Teddy. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, Nimbletooth will be going in, but he's waiting till everybody else goes in first, makes a ruckus, makes a scene, and then he's gonna sneak in.
Fair.
Yeah.
Lyra, are you going in? Yeah, I think you're muted.
Muted.
Yes, I'm going in.
I was waiting for Lyra to like, nah, I'm gonna leave and have a cup of tea.
Let's
Fuck
do
this shit.
this.
You guys can
Fuck
go
this
in.
shit.
I'm going back in my gym.
Yeah, so as you guys walk in, it's just a big storage room. There's like yellow carpet and a large statue on the front. It looks fairly old, but not like ancient. Just a nondescript kind of creature, like doing its thing.
Teddy goes straight for that statue. What are they doing in here?
Where'd the guy go?
I don't know. Something.
How many were there?
It was just one. Something doesn't seem right.
Okay. Let's see. Teddy's gonna cast Detect Magic, so someone's in here.
Yeah, detect magic. I believe you have it as a. You could do it. Oh no. Yeah, so 30 feet. There isn't too much. There's maybe some latent magic. You don't really sense anything too magical. Yeah, nothing really too crazy around here. Just a lot of your friends.
Well, Yezin's got time left. He's gonna smash every fucking crate in here.
Cool. Yeah, it's just random shit. It's making a lot of noise, but it's just random bullshit. It's like it almost looks like stuff they've lifted off of the people that they've been
Local
been
shops
paying.
and shit.
Yeah, the local shop. It's just random bullshit, you know?
Nice
There's not really-
baskets.
Yeah, exactly. Nice baskets.
Where the hell did this guy go?
All right. Well, I'm still dressed up as the mail carrier. I can go through and I don't know, make up an excuse.
Yeah, before you leave, we'll do perception checks all around.
I want to check out the statue before we go too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna say, gonna break that statue.
Oop, nope.
9, 18,
Hey, Teddy.
14, 16.
Oh man. Oh, here we go.
15. Yeah, so specifically because you're looking at the statue, you not only see something, but you smell something. You smell like a sulfur smell, and it seems to be like it's almost like the carpet is kind of smoking a little bit, but it's very, very faint.
Smell that? Karfa. The teleportation magic.
That's what that is?
Children of Ash. Boss. Teddy's gonna kind of like move the carpet. Like, I'll stick. Move, 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 move. She's standing on it.
Yeah.
He's gonna like roll up the rug to see if there's anything underneath it.
Yeah, you lift an edge and you could see the corner of a hatch.
Here.
Oh, there's a hatch. That's where he went.
Who? Oh, the Ash guy? All right. So who's going down?
That sulfur smell. The smoke. The bomb did go off.
Well, no, I think what
It could be their stink. It could be the gunpowder. I don't know.
it could be.
They're the same.
Oh, you think? Oh, so the teleportation or the bomb going off would use the same component?
There's a hatch. Hey, Zvik, come over here and open this hatch.
Yeah. He just kind of grabs the fucking statue and just picks it up. You could tell at one point there was some sort of magical component to getting the statue to move back and forth and everything with a prestidigitation afterwards to get everything to lay right. And he just picks the fucking statue up and then it's a real simple square hatch. You pull the rug back and he just opens it up and you can see stairs going down and then they switch back and that's it.
So are we saying the bomb went off or it was just teleporting?
I think it's teleportation.
Like,
I see no debris besides what Yesen just did.
Once he opens up that hatch going down in, like I said, it looks like stairs that go down to a platform and then it goes to the left and you would assume goes back down again like zigzag stairs. But once he lifts that hatch open, there's this big plume of smoke, just
Dust and smoke.
Oh, yeah, the bomb went off.
it did work.
So, see what's left.
who's going down.
Yezin's absolutely going down. Is the stairs and down here, is it like more dungeon? Is this worked earth?
It's finished. Yeah, it's all.
Damn
Yeah, no,
it.
it's finished. It almost looks like someone was carving out for a root cellar. You could smell that, like with the smoke, you could smell that like dank, musty, like it goes down a little ways.
Hell yeah. We're going to start.
Well,
Yezin's
let me-
gonna start going down there.
Let me go down first.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's fair.
And
Neil's gonna cast a light cantrip on his hat.
Cool.
oh yeah, you stay behind then. Yeah. Don't follow so closely then, please. And Nimbletooth will just put the hood on, and he's like stealthily gonna go down the stairs.
Excellent. So what I will do, I don't think. So splitting it up, I think what I could do is just activate the next one, and all right, we'll see. I'm gonna do this. Activate.
Dragging me too. I think we're all going.
It might just take everybody, but it is what it is.
I think we're all going eventually, right? Is anyone not
Yeah.
going now?
We all going down there.
Down in.
yeah,
I
just
just would
for,
have waited a moment. not to blow Nimbletooth's cover.
Yeah, for sure. So what I'll do, I'll just set you guys off to the backside. Let me get this. Can I? No, I can't.
I totally forgot, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to use my Genasi natural ability to pass without trace for us.
Cool.
Oh,
Woohoo.
nice.
Grid. Hold on. I didn't set this one up. This one goes to 250. Save. We're almost done. All right. Lear is in. Mike Bronson's in. Snick is in. Stream is in. Yezin's going down first with Zveek. And who do we got? Nimbletooth. All right. And Amy in case you want her. Yeah, so it's just filled with soot and
Close that
smoke.
window.
Yeah,
Close it out.
skunk outside. Hold on.
Got skunk.
Yeah, close the window.
Yeah, so as soon as Yezin comes down the stairs, you see what you see. But there's a heavy cloud of smoke. It almost looks like, and there's a small, not really a small. There's a large black speck with red spatter where the Children of Ash guy used to be.
Oh. Well, the Bob was effective.
Andy, can you give me 5 feet of vision so I can see my token?
Oh, you can't see it all?
Yeah, give me like 2 feet.
Yeah, I actually can't see anything.
Yeah,
I'm in a black field right now.
it
Cool,
gave
let me
me
do
the you don't
this.
own a token in here.
Configure. I'm
With
just gonna
vision,
set.
Yeah.
Do this so everybody can see everything.
Plus I'm in. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I just
Think
took
now.
vision restriction off, so you guys should be able to see everything.
Oh, it's way up top. There we go. From where I was.
Oh, okay.
I don't see my token, but I see the room we're in.
Yeah, you should be. So zoom out. It's a pretty big map,
I did,
and
yeah.
then you should be right here.
Oh snap! Yeah, no, I don't see my token.
Yeah, no.
That's weird. Let me try.
I can't zoom out any further, and I'm just in a black
Yeah.
field.
I'll try scrolling up or down.
Fuck. Let me. Let's just do
I
it.
had a room, and then I scrolled off, and I lost it, and I don't know where it is.
Yeah, that sucks.
Let me redrop you guys in real quick.
Let's say if you go to the main map and then come back, it might recenter you.
God.
This.
Oh, God.
Lyra. You guys are all going to be near the top of the steps.
Is there a button to like recenter on your
Is it?
token?
Snake.
Okay, I see it. I got it. Okay. Woo.
Oh, you got the light spell going off?
Yeah.
That should be everybody except Nimbletooth. Yeah, and actually the light spell is quite blinding. It works out. All right, do you guys have vision on a map now?
Thanks for turning off. You don't want it?
Totally up to you. You gotta go.
This is his teleporter, ain't it?
You do. And as you walk down the stairs, Nimbletooth's like, you don't know if the stairs are trapped.
Fair. I walked down, so I'm guessing it's not trapped, but I'll stop moving and let you check the rest of the room if that makes you feel better.
No, I would expect that the stairs are trapped. I mean, yeah, there are probably some items in here that we don't want to go touching.
What is this place? Teddy fucking just goes down the stairs.
He probably...
Look, the portal, look. Oh, what the books.
Yezin's gonna grab Teddy and hold him like, all right, did you not just hear what Nimbletooth said?
Oh, no one traps books.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
I'm pretty sure we already know the answer to that because Snick absolutely traps their books.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, yes, that's for that. Forgot about that. I'll just look. And he wants to read these binders desperately.
Yeah, so you actually have let me get my marker. To the top here, it looks like a puzzle box, like a trinkety puzzle boxy kind of thing. You have a ledger here, and you have a map here in this area.
Oh boy.
Teddy is just fixed on the puzzle.
At a quick glance too, Yezin, you pick up something too over here, and this bookshelf here. You're realizing it's all about devils and stuff, and it's all from the library at the museum. These are the books that were checked out that were missing.
These are all the missing books from the library.
Oh.
I would suggest you check for traps real quick because I don't think I can hold Teddy back for long. Nor do I think I can hold myself back.
The books?
Yes, when we're done reading all of these books, we can return them to the library, and we'll know exactly which user it was, and perhaps we can use them to identify them within the city systems.
Don't we know who it is?
But we might be able to find out where he last checked.
Did you not see the broken gold portal in the middle of the room?
Yes, that's the one that goes to the assassin's cottage. Yes.
There's a map. What's this other the statue and this other thing on the floor?
Demonic summoning circle. Yes.
When Yezin brings your attention to that, Teddy, you see the face that you remember from your reading in this giant statue as the face of Morgudal.
Yes, that's Morgudal.
So he does have something to do with Morgudal.
He's
Well, I guess we
worshipping
knew
him,
that. Yeah.
summoning, siphoning power. Perhaps he's made a pact. He may be a warlock. Very likely. I would need to go through all of these books first to make a clear assessment.
I think with that, we're going to call it a day. And we'll get right as Teddy gets rocked up, thinking about reading some fucking books.
Gonna read that book.
All right,
We
let's
haven't
go
even
on
gone
to
through the
it.
desk yet.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch
We
to go
got so
through.
much to dig.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. There's
So many
so much
books.
room for activities.
Where did the bomb go off? Was that in the stairwell itself, like before we got down here? Where did the bomb go
Hold
off?
on.
Was that or was it in the room?
Let me grab my little X marker. Yeah, it was like right around this area. You just see a big blast.
Oh, okay. It's in the middle of the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's almost like he was coming down here and set it down to inspect it or do whatever he was going to do. And there's just like bits and spatteries of what used to be a human flesh thing just kind of dripping from everywhere.
Oh boy. Well, it's a good thing you didn't put it on the table.
Top rolls. We're trying to see who's
Everyone who is willing to possibly
Gotta bring it over here because I can't see shit on that little screen vertically.
You know how hard I'm trying to not shit on his bed.
Ah, damn, I thought I saw Tabletop Obscura on. I guess not. That sucks. All right, so I think what we're gonna do. Let's see if these swole boys are over here still. We ran a little late today, but I wanted you guys to get a little satisfaction with kind of finding out where.
Hero satisfaction. Let me read all these books now.
keep teasing us on this Gaelen Drench. We're like, all right, we're gonna find them now.
We're literally playing a cat and mouse game.
Yeah. Fuck.
We're playing mouse and cat though.
Well, now,
Yeah,
We are.
now there's like a map. We're gonna have a map, and it's
Like a
gonna tell us
ledger.
exactly where he is.
I'm just gonna summon Morgudal next episode.
There you go.
Oh, Theo's new code name is Canary. That's funny.
Motherfucker stays singing. Yeah, we're gonna
He's
go
gonna
raid
run
that.
into the room and die from gas.
We're gonna raid the Swole Initiative again, just because that's a fun name, and
Good name.
Suplex Samurai isn't on. And now I gotta figure out how to get the walls to work now with StreamViewer. But hey, we're one step closer to
Yeah.
making this thing actually fucking work, right?
Easy
Here we are.
peasy.
I'll send you bad daddies over to there. Everybody have fun. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
All right.